What's up? What's up? Welcome to Ladies Night. I am your host, Randy, aka Elaine Dillon, and I'm here with the ladies of iAmWoe Media, and we are having a ladies' night, a chat around the round table. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in my co-host for the evening, our panelists of lovely ladies. So we're going to start off with Miss Jasmine Sutton. Come on in here. What's
How
up,
you
Jazz?
doing?
Girl, what you say today has been a week? Yes, that's
Today
how we
has been a
feeling.
whole week.
That's how we feeling. Jesus be a Red Bull right now, okay? Yes.
That's what I should have got. I should have got a red balls. That's
Bull,
what I should have got.
bull. That give you wings. That give you the wings. Red Bull give you the wings. Yes. So talk to us. How you feeling?
I need a Red Bull.
Need a Red Bull.
That's what it is. Whew. It's been a week, but I'm glad to be here. Glad to be in the midst once again, as they say. But I'm good.
Not the one more
Let me
time
see
for
your
church.
pretty face.
Yes. All right. So let's talk with Miss Cole. Courtney, Lady Cole, come on in the building.
I know you didn't say my government.
Look here. I've known you. I ain't said your whole government yet.
Don't do that.
Good.
Whatever. Don't you test me. Don't you try me. Okay. I ain't no killer, but don't push me.
I know
All
where
right.
you live.
Whatever. I know where you live. All right. Talk to us, ma'am. Talk to the people. Introduce yourself.
I'm Cole from 1/3 of iAmWoe Media and host of She Talking Tea and the mother of a now senior. Whoo, Lord, let's get it over with. Get it over with. We're gonna pray.
Yes.
It's been a struggle. It's been a struggle.
But he's been worth it. We love our baby.
Choking.
We love our baby.
Yes,
all right, come on in, Miss Cheryl. Come on in the building.
What's up, y'all? Hello.
What's up, Granny? Talk to us. Tell people who you are.
We made it to Friday, first of all. So happy Friday.
Yes. Happy Friday.
And I'm going to be absolutely unserious. I am Granny She Is with All Things Undone podcast, where we talk about life after divorce and how to move forward successfully. We are walking in love with who? God, ourselves, and others. We've shedding a mask. Being our authentic selves. And right now, you will get me at my most unserious. So if y'all are expecting me to be serious on that show, it's not tonight. It's not gonna happen. Matter of fact, cheers to whoever else is turning up tonight with me.
Cheers.
Thank you. One in the building.
All right. And last but certainly not least, Miss Dee Dee. Come on in the building.
What's going on, y'all? Happy Friday.
Hey,
Happy Friday.
Hey.
How was your week, Miss Dee Dee?
Always busy, always doing something, doing too much, actually. But it was good. It was a good week.
I love it. All right. So shout out to all of our iAmWoe Media cohorts that are not here tonight. And for those of you who don't know, I am Randy and I'm the host of Dylan's Dive Bar. So we have mostly all of our shows represented here. We got Breaking Barriers, we got the Core Queen, we got She Talking Tea, we got All Things Undone, we got iAmWoe. Everybody's in the building. So ladies, let's talk. So we're gonna be like Cheryl. We're going to have an unserious moment. Summer is coming up, ladies. What are you looking forward to the most? Dee Dee, what are you looking forward to the most this summer?
I don't know. Seasons don't really change what I do. So I'm looking forward to next summer when my son can drive himself around because I'm his human Uber for all of his sports. So yeah. This summer is going to be super busy. He's in all these football camps, basketball, all this. So high school's about to start. So yeah, my summer is going to be extremely busy. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Got you. Jazz, talk to us. What are you looking forward to this summer?
I'm going to try to be outside. I'm not going to go to sleep at 8:00. I'm going to work on staying awake. When the sunlight is out, I'm going to work on that and I'm going to be out. Couldn't stop that. I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard, and I'm gonna
hold you to that, Jazz. I'm gonna call you at 8:30 and be like, "Where are you right now?"
Jazz was just falling asleep before we came on. She had her head back. No,
I'm calling at 8:30. Jazz, where you at? Are you up? Are you
Well, this
outside?
what I'm gonna be up. I am going to work really
Cheryl, what
hard to do
you looking forward
something.
to this summer? Cheryl, what you
I
looking
plan on
forward to?
being. I'm being outside all summer. I am, and this summer is going to get whatever body I present to it this summer because I have not been
Amen.
faithful in my gym, in my clean eating. I have not been faithful, so it's going to get whatever body I got. But I'm 100% am going to be outside, single, but not mingling because we're gonna get on some of these dudes that dating scene. Mm-mm. But I'm gonna be outside with my friends. We're going everywhere wherever we can find ourselves. That's it.
I
Unserious
love it.
summer.
I
Mhm.
love it.
That's
Mhm.
it.
I love it. All right. So we had a couple people say, hey, Deonsa was in the building. What up, D? So join in if you are here talking with us tonight. Say hey so we can say hey back. What's going on? Let's see. I'm looking forward to seeing my children. Oh, she want to see the children. Yes, the children.
she like
Well, see, I ain't got none, so I'm trying to go see the world. I'm trying to see everything. I'm good, so I'm trying to travel. That's what we trying to do. So that's definitely part of summer plans. So are y'all drinking cocktails tonight? What y'all drinking on? Share what you got over there.
I have a jalapeno pineapple margarita. I made it myself. I had to use a little mix though, because I had to put it together real fast. It's like fresh pineapples and fresh jalapeno. And when I go back to clean eating, my keto, I will keep tequila in the mix because here's a little tip for y'all that keto. It doesn't knock you out of keto, it just pauses it. So I'll still be drinking.
Now you know you gonna have to elaborate on that. It
Oh,
don't
I got
knock you
you.
out, but it pauses you. What is this pause?
I
What?
got you. I got you on that. Okay. So here's the trade off with keto. You can eat fat, right? You can do all the meat and protein if you
Mm-hmm.
want. However, you got to keep your carb count to 26 grams a day. So it's about
Right.
counting your micros and your macros. So once you get in
I can do
keto,
double
that
that.
means yeah, you're burning fat for fuel instead of sugar. So the first 6 weeks is a beast. But once you get past that and you're in keto and you want to go out with your friends, you have to be really careful with the liquor that you drink. There's only two you can really drink. One is Tito's vodka. I don't too much rock with that. The other one is
Nobody should
straight
drink that, but
100%.
keep going.
Yeah, 100% agave tequila, organic. It will keep you in keto. It just kind of pauses it. You still need to drink in moderation, but if I did want to go out and kick it with my girls, I could at least have a shot, and then some water. So yeah,
Okay,
I
okay.
haven't made my decision to go back on keto because also there is no sugar on that diet. You have to switch it for like monk fruit sugar or ethanol, I think is how you pronounce it, but no sugar at all. So not the easiest diet to be on.
Oh my. Okay, so the stuff like this is kind of Dee Dee's lane. Dee Dee, do you
Yeah.
recommend keto or have you ever done it?
No,
Really?
absolutely not. No, no. Um, I don't usually subscribe to any type of diet. I think your body needs all food groups in moderation, but if you're trying to lose weight, it's a certain time to eat certain foods,
Right.
certain foods you eat for certain body types, blood types. It's like a whole formula to it. So keto is not a really anything that you have to do that you can't do long term is not good.
Yeah, it's
Got
just
you.
pretty much to jumpstart
So
that weight loss process because on keto, I can drop a good amount of weight without going on Ozempic. And then I can introduce the foods back in slowly, but keep that workout regimen in. Is what I
well,
did with my
Okay.
other
when you
fitness
hire
group.
a certified nutritionist, you don't have to do that. They'll show you what food you like. You don't have to like eliminate things, eliminate whole food groups when you know
I
how to
don't want to
pretty much.
hire anybody. I have to pay them.
I think it's worth it if you're trying to lose weight and keep it off. You have to keep going back and forth to a diet.
Right.
That is too funny. All right,
Okay,
so
cool.
Dee said, what do y'all think about sea moss? What are your thoughts on sea moss, ladies?
It's amazing. Has a lot of minerals, vitamins, and things that you can't get from regular foods. So it's a great addition to just eating it. I mean, it's for the vitamins in it because it's full of them.
I've had it in a
That'd be
smoothie
good.
before. It didn't really change the taste or anything, so I would definitely recommend it. It was cool. It was cool.
Mhm.
All right, ladies, let's talk. So we have another unserious topic thanks to Miss Cheryl. Let's talk about body relations, how we're relating to our bodies. is there any part of our body that we are hiding, or is there any part of our body that we are flaunting currently? What body parts are you flaunting right now, ladies?
I love my
Let you let
shoulders.
the world see. I'm sick of Jazz.
No, really, it is my face. So I had to tell y'all, for my birthday, I was gifted a spa day. I
Oh,
had
really?
never gone to get a facial before, so that was
Oh,
what I chose. And I was like, oh, guess I need to be an adult and take care of my skin. Well, essentially, that's what the esthetician told me, that I need to be an adult and take care of my skin. Um, and stop
Yup.
using, my little off-brand Target stuff. I was like, oh, okay, you didn't have to call me out on my birthday that I'm not taking care of myself. So that is what an investment I made in myself, kind of just like how Didi said. So that is an investment I made in myself with getting proper skincare. It kind of set me back, but like I could see my face, like the face that I know to have, and even like that day, of course, I come home, I wasn't like, look at your face. You didn't clean your face up. I was like, because I've had such issues with my skin and body changes and all of this stuff. Even I can say some of it's hormones, some of it's what I'm eating or not eating. Um, I'm doing better. I cut back on sugar. It's hard. It's hard to do, but like it's clearing my skin up. So I am like really appreciating and loving on my face and skin now. I mean, my
Okay.
booty out there,
Show that booty out. Show
It's
that
back
booty.
there.
Okay.
I'm a little taller on the sit
Cheryl.
down. I'm a little taller
Come
on the
on,
sit down.
bountiful breast D. Cheryl, she talking to you. Cheryl, she
Look,
talking to you.
look, I see that they got her a free burrito bowl last month. I'm telling you. Everybody
Hey,
got a relationship with their breast. I mean, if you don't, I mean, you got these two things sitting on your chest, just like men walking around, with their little fellas down there. They're here. Might as well make them a part of the conversation. I know as children we're taught to cover up, cover up, cover up, but sometimes I do want some cleavage. I'm going to show them. And I don't think there's nothing wrong with being sexy, within your limit and your space. I ain't saying being out here and being naked, but most definitely, I talk to mine. We prop them up and think about the whole relationship from when you first start growing boobs to now. I'll never forget when I first started getting my little potatoes up here and they popped out, and I was a tomboy. And I can remember playing baseball in the projects. What's up? Shout out to Carver Heights. It's no longer there. They tore that bitch down because it was terrible. But we were playing baseball and I was pitching and I pitched this ball to my cousin and she hit it. It hit me right in the chest. And when they first start growing, they hurt. Like they're really, 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 really sore. And
Yes.
oh my goodness, I thought my life flashed before my eyes. That ball hit me so fast and so hard. It went straight in this breast right here, this titty right here. Oh my God, I thought I was gonna die. I literally like balled up. I was out of breath. I'm like, I don't know. So yeah,
is
I
that
always had
what
a
that
relationship
is?
with it. I'm telling, I don't know. Mine was sore for a while when they first started growing. And then I
Pain
remember
down
junior
there.
high school and gym. This is back when we had gym and we had the public showers and everybody have to go in there and undress. And I used to be so jealous of the girls who had actual breasts in the sixth grade. Like, what the F? What the fuck? Why you got titties already? Why do you have titties? And my titties was like two little bee stings. So imagine that. Talk about not wanting to get undressed. But yeah, then think about it. They're perky when you're young, and you have babies and they start dropping a little bit. And you have to still talk to your girls and let them know, hey, y'all still the shit. You still the shit. You still the shit. Put
Mm.
your brown, fix them right. And hey, I just want to know what y'all's relationships with y'all boobs are. Is this not a part of the conversation every day that you have with yourself? Is this not a part of the dialogue? Y'all let me know because I'm telling you, I talk to mine.
I
I
mean,
do.
I think when I'm getting dressed or when I'm trying on clothes, like that's when I have the most conversations. Because it's like, you put your shirt on, you be like, oh, look, the girls is not cooperating with the buttons going straight across this way. So, or it's like, oh, y'all doing your thing today. Cole will always be like, titties is tittying. So you never know. But that's the only time when I'm getting dressed is when I'm really, really thinking about it, trying to make sure I'm getting the right look. If I'm finna go praise the Lord, I keep the girls under wraps because I just feel like that is not the time, for them to be front and center on the stage. But,
Sometimes you gotta be.
Praise the
not in
Lord.
the Lord's house. Got time to be
I don't
distracted.
have that. I guess
They're
Yeah,
going
because
to
that's
think
that's
you
I
with a
might always
scarlet
been
letter.
smaller.
I mean, because
Yeah.
you gotta think about it. Our bodies are gonna do what our bodies do. Like I hate when people like when they see me, they'll be like, when you walk by, it's like, damn, yeah, nigga, I know it's there. It's there. I can't get rid of the ass. It's there. Now I got these things on the front, and it's just like my body, my arch is just, I hate it. And it's
Do
like when I went to Tampa this week, I put on a bathing suit that I could always fit. For some reason, these are swollen. And I'm like, oh my God, it's gonna fall out. I apologize to my son. If you see a titty, you see a titty. I fed you from it. It is what it is. I don't have no money to go get a new top. And we're
where
gonna
the
just
pictures at? Where are the pictures? Why do we
You
not
can
get
put them
No,
on
she
Grindr.
took pictures.
what?
you
If
know I
anybody
took
in the
pictures.
world
You
took
know I
a
took
picture,
pictures and video.
if anybody in the world took a picture, it was that one up there. Now in
Girl.
high school, you couldn't say
Oh,
all you
send me
wanted
that,
was some
girl. Send me
titties, and
that.
I tried to tell you, no, you didn't. I tried to, no, you don't. Give me some titties, all over, and I tried to tell you, no, you don't.
I used to love wearing tube tops. I can't, like you didn't have to hold nothing and it just sat there. And when
Right.
you lay back, they didn't go this way or go this way. They just sat there.
If be careful what you wish for was a person.
I be
What?
wishing for a flat stomach, but that shit ain't came yet
Oh
either.
God, we
So y'all
talk about
need
the
to shut
flat.
up
Yeah,
about
that
wish
problem,
for
that
it.
area. That's the problem area. I still rock it, but I got stretch marks,
Oh, I
so
show
I'm
it.
not the kind to wear the bikini with the stretch marks. I'm gonna tell you, I don't like to see ladies stretch marks, and that's just me personally. Don't tear my
You better
ass
see
up in the
mine.
comments when I don't want to see that. I don't show my own, and that's like my
Niggas
only
either
thing with the
big and
stretch
got
marks on the
small
stomach.
or small and got
They
big.
got
That
big.
part, I understand, but still, I don't want to see it. That's just me personally. I ain't gonna show mine, so
I think my
that's just
stomach
me.
is the one thing that never goes away. I can start losing weight, thighs get muscles, arms get muscles, and stomach be like, no, ain't going nowhere. We stubborn as hell. Like
I
it's
wish I had a man
not
that
going
wanted to play
nowhere.
around like this goddamn stomach.
Well, that ain't the problem. The problem is I just cannot get rid of the freaking even when I work out, even when the stomach goes flat and tight, it just that part right there. My doctor told me because of that muscle, that's not it's not going to go back into place. I would have to have surgery to fix
Surgery,
that.
the
And
abdomen
I
thing,
mean,
and
You
I
had a
can work out and
C-section,
work out
Cheryl?
and work out, but it's just, that little part that where the muscle separated, it's just not going to go back to
You
where
had
I
a
put it right
C-section,
there.
Cheryl?
Nope.
I did
I had my first child at 17 though.
bust it wide open.
And that body was, I was a track runner, and so I did have no body fat at all. I mean, no at all when I got pregnant. So imagine that extension of that belly, though. And then after I went back down, I went straight back to sports after I had the baby. But that part just never, it never went back. Like all the working out, all the running, all the everything, it just never
Yeah,
did. It never went back to the pre-baby look.
never will. After you
Aren't
have
there
a
Yeah,
like certain exercises that you can do when you have a C-section that are like specific for that area when you have a C-section?
I didn't have a C-section. I had all three
no,
natural
she was
Oh, me
births.
and
asking.
Cole did.
She asking Didi. It's
Oh, Didi.
called.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of inner core workouts, exercises that you can do for that.
That are like
But,
specific for the C-section. Like if you have one.
yeah, but normally that area is really food, is really just discipline. But there are definitely like because people have what's it called, diastasis recti, where their muscles separated
Mhm.
from having a baby. So
Mhm.
there are certain exercises you can do. I had a client like that where she didn't think she could lose her stomach because her muscles were so separated, it was so bad, and the doctors told her that she would have to get a
So
tummy
back.
tuck to fix
Yeah.
it.
Oh
And
wow.
she came to me and she didn't need a tummy tuck.
Okay, so I might have to talk to you later because yeah, my stomach muscles are stubborn. They were like, we ain't going nowhere ever. Like we are. They like baby's kids. They multiply. They never go away. It's annoying as hell. Don't laugh at my pain. Like that shit is aggravating. For real, for real. All right. So let's talk to our audience members for a minute. We got
What's
a
up,
couple
Day
people who
Day?
still talk to us. We got Day saying, hey, what up, Day?
What's up, baby girl? That's one of my daughters,
Hey,
my middle
oh,
daughter.
hey, daughter. Hey.
Mm-hmm.
Ross is in the building. Hey, Ross. It
Oh
was
God,
somebody else
Ross,
who had in here earlier. Let me see if I can find them in here. Hold on.
Ross, don't start your tonight.
Why
Well,
y'all
Bring
even
Russ
it.
put
on? What's up, Russ? What
Myron?
is
We didn't
going
say hey
on,
to
love?
Myron. He said he was coming in supporting his homegirl.
Oh, what's up, Myron's over in Vegas? Thank you so much for joining. Yay!
I
Love to
want to
have
go
you.
to
Glad you
Vegas.
on.
I love it. I love it. So, if we have anybody in the audience that got a couple of questions for the ladies, or you want to chime in on the conversation, we know D's showing off the girls. Anybody else showing off some body parts in particular?
Who's showing off the girls?
D said she was showing off her girls. They got
Let
her
me
a
see.
bowl, a burrito bowl.
Stand up. Let me see.
No,
I
not
said,
Dee Dee. Somebody in the comments.
somebody in the
Whoa
comments
said
said
that.
that.
Dee Dee,
Whoa
you gotta
said that.
Dee Dee, you gotta
Oh.
D
bring us
got on a
some
whole tank top. She ain't showing-
All right.
Dee Dee
she
said
is
you gotta
not
bring us
putting the
some
girls on display.
Now,
She was like, oh, let me see.
Dee Dee do have a picture on her page where she was painted and holding a snake and stuff. I'm like, woo!
I saw that. Yeah,
A real snake?
I was
Yes,
fire.
a real one, of course.
Yeah.
And then
That's
weren't
exactly
you by
how I
a
felt
tiger,
too.
a bear, or something? Dee Dee
Huh?
do some crazy
No,
stuff.
I had a tiger.
There you go. I knew it was an animal.
Yeah, it was nice. Nice pics on there.
Thank
And
you.
lately on a couple of them, I had to pass on the liking because she was doing a whole sexy thing with the tongue, and I was like, I can't like that. I mean, it's sexy and all, but I cannot like that shit. I'm sorry. I can't do it.
I be liking all like
Like the picture.
I was
It's
talking about
fine.
these dangerous animals that you was in.
It's fine.
and then she had her boobs out. I'm scared they was gonna try to grab one.
I'm scared to death of snakes. Like that is, that's one of the ones I'm scared to
And
death of.
unicorn.
I was too. I almost cried a couple times.
Really? What kind of snake was it?
Albino python.
Poisonous. Oh,
That fool said poison.
Albino. It was like the
Python?
Yeah, the
Mhm.
white
boa
one.
constrictor, maybe a boa, big boa.
It'll
No,
choke
it was a
you.
python. It was
Oh,
Big.
I
It
think
was a big
6,
one.
7 feet long.
oh, it must have been like deveined or what? I mean, like defanged.
It don't matter. It could
Oh,
have
I don't
still
know, but
been
it could
like,
still constrict you. Yeah.
yeah.
I'm about to say, ain't that the one of the rapper?
definitely.
Oh, girl.
Yes,
That
indeed.
thing was like on the top here, all the way down her leg on the ground. I was like,
It was cool.
I'd have been done fainted. It probably would have hurt me because I'd have fainted. Oh my God. D said that's a big hell no.
Well, look at it. I mean,
she don't deal with snakes. Yeah.
I think she got like 100,000 likes on that goddamn picture or something though. Like it's big though. It's like huge. So and it's beautiful. It's a beautiful picture. All those pictures.
Oh yeah, the lady, my body paint artist, she's in Miami.
Mhm.
She's like a big body painter down there.
Okay.
Do she paint big bodies? My body bigger than your body.
She paint anything.
Okay. I always wanted that. That's a reasonable question. I always wanted to have my body painted.
I
But
cannot.
it's a lot more. Do she charge by how much paint you use though? 'Cause it's gonna take more paint to
No, because
cover me.
sometimes she'll use an airbrush if it's
Oh
too much work.
wow. I like that
You gonna
question.
paint me like a car?
Y'all look at this question
big
right
body
here.
wins.
Okay. What is some advice you would give your 25 to 30-year-old self?
Run.
Huh.
Oh no, I already had a kid.
Hold on. Because that was like, I mean, technically that was like two different eras, 25 and 30, to be honest.
Yeah. But I guess you can give advice to both in both those eras.
Right.
I'm gonna let y'all go first because this is Day, and she already know we have deep conversations all the time. I am gonna answer it, but not first. So y'all have it.
So I'll say, now my 30-year-old self, we pretty much on the same page. We was cool. 25, I would say 25 was when I kept putting myself on a timeline. Certain things have to happen by this timeline, and if it didn't, it was a problem. And putting that pressure on yourself to get certain things done before you hit a certain age, especially 30. I would probably tell 25-year-old Randy just to go with what's going on, go with the flow. I mean, make plans, but be flexible about it, because you can make a plan and even try to work the plan, but that doesn't necessarily mean that life won't happen. And you may have to take a different direction. You may have to take a detour, and you may have to adjust. So I would say, 25-year-old Randy needs to learn to not put the kind of pressure on herself that things have to happen at a certain time. Jazz, you seem in thought. Come on, talk to us.
Yeah.
I be having a whole bunch of thoughts because 25, I had just become a mother.
Me too.
Like, and and they stink now. So it's like a whole it's a whole nother thing. But I know even during that time, and it was extremely tumultuous for me. Um, I don't know that I would handle it any different, to be honest with you. Like probably being more encouraging and giving myself more grace during that period.
Mhm.
Um, because it's something that I still struggle with being harder on myself. So learning and probably getting that habit even then, because even now, even having to tell my kids like, hey, it's okay, like don't freak out. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot. It's me. Like like me, it's me. I'm the problem. Just, yeah, I didn't do it, give myself that grace and then trying to coach other people on how to do it. 30, I don't know. Just I don't remember what happened. What, did something happen? I don't remember. I don't know what happened when I was 30. I don't know. Good job. I don't know. Just tell myself good job. I don't even think
Girl,
nothing
you
happened.
doing a
I'm
good
sure
job.
something happened.
Doing a good job. Didi,
Yeah.
talk to us. What would you tell 25, 30-year-old Didi?
Oh, that's tough. Oh God, I was, of course, in the military. I'm retired Air Force. So what was I doing at 25? Shit. I would probably tell
So
myself
I'm
not to
like, what?
drink so
What did I
much.
do?
I think we all have that struggle. We're like,
Yeah,
what the
not
fuck?
to drink so
I don't
much.
have that struggle. My life was boring as fuck. I'll tell y'all about
Um,
it.
I think the not drink so much was definitely part of the 25-year-old Randy. Absolutely.
yeah.
I probably should.
And don't entertain people if you really don't like them.
That part.
Like,
Absolutely.
don't
That would have
entertain.
been 19-year-old me. That
Yeah.
would have.
Absolutely.
30, I think I kind of had it figured out by 30. Like, yeah, we're good. But 25, whew, yeah, I was drinking way too much.
I believe it. Me too. 25. I think the later 20s is, it's kind of running together just a little bit.
Hmm.
Running together just a little bit. All right, Cole, talk to us.
I was straight into like I think I was in my probably about to be in my second year being a mom, and I probably would have stood up for myself more instead of just taking shit from people and kind of just falling back. I would have probably just and then been more. I was and asked for help. I was so like trying to do everything for my child on my own that I didn't really ask for help, and I should have because I could have used the rest because I'm not getting it now. I need it. And 30-year-old me, take more risk. I've done absolutely nothing. I'm about to be 41, and I haven't really even. I literally have owned out of the 50. Like I've only been to 17 states, and by the chance of that, it was because we traveled to it with my family. I have not been on any adventures. I haven't even been out the country. So yeah, and
Let's go. Where you want?
I
First, we
gotta get.
taking her to Vegas for her birthday.
I do like
Yeah,
going somewhere
first we
with
taking
friends.
her to Vegas for her birthday. Now after that, let's go. We on God's good humor.
Let's
But
go.
I'm
Vegas
All right.
is for her birthday.
yeah. So
All
yeah,
right, Cheryl.
Well, first of all, thank you, Deonsa. I like her answer too. She said, "Take more risk." I forgot what else she said, but
yeah.
take more risk, love without expectations, invest and save. I think that is
Mm.
beautiful. And
Shoot, I
my
wish I was
story is a little
surviving.
different. I got so much advice for my younger self. I got married at 18. So I was married at 25 with two kids, and my ex was a pastor. So I was already doing 100% 50-year-old shit at 25. I almost died having a baby at 27,
Oh yeah.
my third child. So that was life-changing experience right there. And then I went into this deep religious period for a while. And then for some reason I came out of that and just fell off and like spazzed and had an affair and then got back on it. And then I became a workaholic and working out like a goddamn maniac. My advice for me would be the same. I would take it back past 25 though, and learn to love myself. And I grew up in church and I love God, but that part was missing for me because we were taught to self deprecate and you're a sinner and you're never going to be good enough for Jesus. So, um, love everyone else, love God, hate yourself. And I think I would change that for me. love God, myself, and others, because I cannot love anyone else until I learn to love myself. So that would be the advice that I would give younger Cheryl. It's love you so much that what you have in you is just an overflow for everyone else that comes into your life after that. So that would be my advice to my younger me, because I wasn't taught to love myself. And I'm
Wow.
48 years old, really learning how to do this, so that would be my advice. And to Day Day and Riv and Micaiah and all the other children who passed through my house, I hope that's the lesson for you all, love yourself so much that it just pours over into everyone else too.
I love that. I
That's
love
that's my
that. All
answer.
right.
That's my
So
lesson for me.
we're going to take a quick break. So we're doing ladies' night with the ladies of iAmWoe Media. We will be right back.
Are you a content creator looking for a space to create and elevate your brand? Well, look no further. The Core Queen Podcast Studios is now open. Core Queen Podcast Studios offers spaces for content creators to record or to live stream their podcast. Whether you're an aspiring creator or you're a seasoned vet, the Core Queen Podcast Studios is here for all your content creator needs. Visit CoreQueenPodcastStudio.com for more info. That's CoreQueenPodcastStudio.com today.
Welcome to an experience with All That Jazz Entertainment House, where you get great customer service, great establishment, great leadership, great staff. Did we mention the catering, the ambiance, the vibe? All of this stems with great cocktails, great mixes, great mixologists, with a great leader. All That Jazz Entertainment House. Contact Randy Glover for booking.
Welcome back.
I like that.
We back.
Okay. That was nice. Go ahead, Whoa. All right. So, for those of you, right. Shout out to our commercials. Didi, talk to us about your studio.
I need a promotion.
It's I just opened it May 1st. We have our official grand opening on July 13th, where we'll have the radio station out there. We got vendors and stuff like that coming out. So if you're in Charlotte, please show up 3:00 on July 13th. But it's a studio space that I have that I can rent out, a full podcast studio if you want to do. If you have a podcast that you want to do with guests to come on, and I have also another room that I rent out where if you just have an audio podcast or you just want to bring your own stuff in there to record. And of course, my studio, the Core Queen Podcast, is actually in the studio as well. So anybody looking to create content or just want to film something, you can come in there. We got all kinds of space, different rooms, and different opportunities for you to create your content.
I love it. So are you also providing equipment, or does the person have to bring their own equipment?
No, we have a fully equipped room for you to rent out. And it comes with my engineer. He's there to run your show. We also have offerings if you have a brand or something you want to be a brand sponsor, or if you have a commercial you want us to read inside the podcast, we have ad space that you can run out, all that good stuff. So
that is cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations.
Yes, I love that. I love that. All right, so we have a couple of topics that we're going to get into. So I don't know if any of you have been looking online when they have the discussion of the man versus bear, where they were asking a bunch of random women on the street, would you rather be lost in the woods with a man or a bear? And all the women kept saying bear. And so many men were getting upset because they were like, how would you choose a bear? Why would you choose a bear? And a lot of the women were basically like, we know the bear is dangerous. We don't know if he's dangerous or not. So I'd rather just take my chances with the bear. So that was the whole kind of context around it, was basically, this is my take on it. Basically, they're saying, we know the bear's dangerous. If I look up and 2 feet away from me is a bear, I already know what time it is. I'm in danger. But if a dude come up to me in a grocery store, right? But if a dude comes up to me in a grocery store, he asks for my phone number, I don't know that he's dangerous until it's too late. So this is kind of where a lot of those women were coming from. Talk to me. What we thinking, ladies?
Man, I had this conversation with my youngest daughter who is 20. She is most definitely a Gen Zer. She agreed with the females who say, yeah, men are unpredictable to the point that she would not feel safe being in a park alone with a guy. She was like, 9 times out of 10, if you're quiet, the bear won't bother you. But with a man, 9 times out of 10, you could be quiet, you could be not paying attention to him, you could be minding your business. And now you have to figure out a way, if he approaches you, to defend yourself or be prepared to, if he asks you for your number and you say no and he becomes aggressive. I am Generation Z. Okay, I was born in the 70s. I'm vintage at this point. I'm going to take my chances with the man. I already know the bear is dangerous, and depending on if said bear is hungry or not hungry, I might not have a chance to run from him.
Bears don't.
I don't know about bears. I know one thing, it's a wild predator and it has not been domesticated. So I'm going to take my chances with a man. I might not win the fight, but I have teeth, I have hands, I can run, I can bite you anywhere. As a matter of fact, I will offer to suck your dick and bite it off if that's what you gotta go with it. Everything is a weapon. I'm not about to be in the woods with a bear. That's dumb. But that's me. And like I said, Generation Z, because of how they've seen men treat, and we got this whole toxic masculinity thing going on. I can see how some of them wouldn't want to be in a park anywhere along with a dude. That ain't me though. I don't want to be with a bear. That's the craziest conversation I have ever. Who would have thought of that hypothetical?
This is the effects of social media. Dumbass conversations that make zero sense whatsoever. Like, who comes up with this? If you've never even been in the woods, then you don't even know, like, to even think that you would survive with a bear is insane.
Like, put me with both. I'll push him in the way. Shit.
And if you're stuck in the woods and you happen to run across a human, most people will be happy that somebody there to help them.
Yeah.
But the fact that women are correlating a man that they made a bad decision choosing with a bear is awful.
Well, sometimes they don't make the decision to choose them. I know a girl who got punched in the face in the club because she would not give her guy her phone number.
That happened to me too, but I still am choosing. That literally happened to me too, and I bust him in the face with a glass. But yeah, this is still choosing a bear over a man is asinine.
That's insane. That's insane mentality. But here's again, you were probably like me. When were you born? What year? Or like what decade? 78? Mm-hmm. We think different because we didn't come up on 24/7, never turn off internet and entertainment.
Yeah, social media bullshit.
Yeah,
where
they just
don't
keep
really
going.
They living in an imaginary world where it doesn't make sense when they even think it.
Is it like on Roblox or something? Like, I am so confused.
No, thank you, Myron. I love that comment. Only bear.
Same thing. I'm just trying to figure out how we got here with the bear. I mean, a bear though? Okay, like a real bear.
Backstory. It was a guy at some popular podcast. It was guys on the streets asking women this on their TikTok.
You know what? It was probably them. It was probably in reference to them. Like, you see, was it some creepy white dudes? I ain't gonna lie. Was it some creepy white dudes?
I don't know.
Then let me go with the bear. I don't need to be around because
I don't know if the podcast hosts were black or white. I
don't think they were creepy I don't think the way they approached them was creepy. But I think the whole premise was that there are women that don't feel safe around men, and they, were giving the examples of not being able. If you go jogging, you can't wear your headphones because you never know, stuff like that. So I honestly see both sides. Why they would say. And I don't think they're saying I choose the bear because I feel safe with the bear. They're just saying that I don't know how safe I feel with any random man. That's where they were really going. It's not about feeling safe with the bear. It's about I know what I'm getting with a bear. I don't know what I'm getting with a dude.
So they would not even attempt to defend themselves, is what it sounds like to me. At all.
They can overpower the bear and not.
Like, I think not
fighting the bear. Because I am a woman, they probably trying to holler anyway.
Physical harm.
Listen, right? So I think, like I said, it's more like, as a man, that is heartbreaking to hear. Yes, it is. But okay, so like I said, when you see a bear, you know it's dangerous. No, the bear doesn't choose to be dangerous. It is dangerous. They're saying that there are some men that choose to be a danger, and you don't know if the man that comes up to you and says, "Hey," or asks you for your phone number or whatever, you don't know if this man is going to choose to be dangerous if you say no or not. So it's not
Just
necessarily
not.
saying that they feel safe with a bear. It's not saying that I feel like I can run or overpower the bear. They're just saying I know what I'm getting with a bear. I don't know what I'm getting with a man. So that's why they would rather just be.
Here's the
They wouldn't
thing.
want to be around a dude.
It's
That's
50-50
pretty
either
much
way.
what it's
You don't
saying.
know
So
what
why
you
don't they
you
just
don't
choose
know
a
what you're getting with
woman
a bear.
then? I mean, in my opinion,
You don't even
Can't
know
trust them
what you're doing with a
either.
bear. It says be cautious with both and cautious with both. But here's the crazy part. That scenario probably won't ever happen. Ever in life.
and
Maybe
everybody
one
just
in a
Googled
million
bears.
trillion.
They've never been around a bear.
And that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's saying this
Googled it.
stuff about bears, but bears by nature do not bother you. You have to call, like, make them feel like they're fearing for their lives, for them to even attack you. And if they attack you, they're not about to eat you.
So you
Bears,
messing with their babies.
exactly, they don't
Yeah.
do anything to you. Like, that's the crazy part. Why I think I would be like, I know in nature a bear, if I see it, go the other way. You don't go towards danger. Like, but with a man, you really don't know what you're getting, because everybody brings their representative. Everybody is a certain way, and you swear to God they're so great, and then you're hearing on the news you get shot because you said no, I didn't want to give you my number, or they do crazy stuff. And I mean, women are crazy too. So at the end of the day, it's just, don't talk to nobody. Shit, stay in
We
your
I'm
own
ain't we can't
circle.
do that. That's
I just think
you
it's
can't avoid
stupid. Like the
people.
percentage of people that are going to do that is so slim. Like the
Yeah.
percentage of men that you run into that are that way is super slim.
Mhm.
So to say
Unfortunately,
of
it
all,
happens
I was about to
more
say,
with
not in
the younger
Atlanta.
generations. Like for those that I teach bartenders, and I've had so many young ladies in my class who literally have said that they've given their number out and then changed their number because they were afraid to say no because they've seen how
yes, I have
ridiculous
that
dudes
issue
do.
too. But I'm just saying, like the imminent danger, like the precaution that you have to take in going to these places and doing these things. It's a slim amount of women that are in bars all the time, around creeps all the time. Like the chances of you meeting these people, you don't meet them every single day. It's not like this.
Right.
It's not a. It sounds like it's a big percentage of people, but it's really not. Yes, we've all had the experience, but it has not happened that often. I don't think it's happened as often as people say. Like, yes, we've all probably experienced it, but it's not like every day I go outside and I'm like, oh my God, this guy at the grocery
Yes, that's
store
definitely not a
he's
thing.
gonna point to
Yeah.
my face and give me like it doesn't happen that often. It's really situational, to be honest with you. It's where you're most of the time it's happening probably in a club or something like that.
Right.
If you
At
run
my
into a real
job.
all right,
strange
Kiki.
person,
My
yeah,
job.
you probably know
You
it's a
do.
strange person. And you like, let me
I
get the
was at
fuck out of
mom.
here. It's the
I
same way
probably
if
look
Right.
you run
weird.
into a bear, let me get
Maybe
the
I attract weird. Maybe that's what it is. I
You
attract
I'm
weird.
like,
attract
I think
weird.
Didi's right. It's just situational because 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna run into that kind of character if I go to a smoker's lounge or if I go to like I hang out at a bar close to my house on the lakefront. The type of people that come there, they already coming with a mindset that we're networking, we're hanging out, we're getting to know each other, and it's not that rowdy. We don't have it, no one's overly aggressive in there. And I think like if you go to certain type of clubs and things like that, hookah bars, they have hookah, not hookah, but hookah bars. You kind of get that aggressive crowd that'll come in every now and then, and that's when you have to really be on your game and be careful because you don't know. And then there's don't introduce liquor and possibly other drugs, then that's the powder keg just waiting to happen. So I'm really careful now with where I go when I go out and hang out.
Mhm.
Okay, what Myron say? I was in Fayetteville, Fort Bragg for 13 years. All I saw was women running up to soldiers.
No, I'm talking about
What
what
did
your
you
daughter.
there?
Thank you,
I might have
Myron.
seen you.
They were not even afraid
I'm talking
Hmm.
about what your daughter said. She said, "Let's change it to
to a
a
mountain lion.
she everybody running,
Uh,
run. You can put the man with me, and I'm gonna throw him into the mountain lion's mouth.
Right.
Right. So
Gotta get
y'all think that it's a generational thing that they're choosing the bear versus the man.
Well,
Absolutely.
all of the
Gotta
people
be.
our age was not like that. All the younger people, I don't know about the millennials because I didn't talk to my two daughters in the middle, Riv and Dejana are millennial. Micaiah is Gen Z, and she 100% sided with the side of the bear.
She'll probably tame that goddamn bear to be her friend and attack
You
him.
know, so it's just the mentality and mindset. And then I just looking at my kids, Riv and Micaiah are 10 years apart, almost 11. years apart. So they didn't have cell phone and 24-hour internet to the capacity that Micaiah did by the time she hit 5 and 6 years old. They didn't really get introduced to that until junior high when the Razor was popular back in the early
So you could be
2000s.
at home and have a
You
crew.
know, so that wasn't no unlimited minutes and stuff like that. They weren't on TV all night long like they didn't have the internet, they didn't have iPads. By the time my youngest is born, and now she's a teenager. Before she was on a computer at 2 and 3. Like she could do her own thing and do her own searches. And she's in IT now. That's what she's in college for. So it just kind of everything with her is they're 24/7 plugged in. Like we had to force, we had to put rules in place to make her stop doing everything because the other kids wasn't like that. They come so far, she comes so far behind my other two. Her mindset is just so different than theirs are because of how she came up. And even though we restricted her at home, she still had her friends at school. They still hung out. So they have this different mentality and ideology. And who knows what it's going to be for my grandson, who is now in the alpha generation. They had to start over with the alphabets. That's how far humanity has come. So I'm
Now, who
looking forward to seeing
classifies
that.
as the alpha generation? What
The
year were
little
they born?
baby.
The
Uh,
little
he was born in 2019. So the
Okay.
baby's born now 2018, 2019. The little bitty bitty ones.
The
2010 and
alpha
up
generation.
is alpha. I think
The
20
COVID babies,
going on. What you call them?
the COVID babies, the microwave
My
children.
baby, my grandson is
Did
not
you
a
say
COVID
a
baby,
micro?
thank God. But yeah, it's a
Them
little bit
things
before
come
that.
out walking and talking. They not.
COVID babies are different. They are different.
They are. They not normal.
COVID babies
Man,
are a little different.
My niece
They
know how
are.
to program a phone. We're not. No,
that's because they've been here before. And this is me where I get off on the crazy train, and y'all can call me crazy if you want to. So my whole spiritual journey is like I just open that thing wide open, and I 100% believe when we reincarnate, when we come back here, our little souls remember everything. That's why you see little babies looking around and they come here and they're toddlers and they picking that up so fast. Yes, evolution, but yes, a certain part I think of their spirit and soul that has done this before. And then when we get to where we're domesticated and going to school and all that, we forget all that. Watch kids, watch toddlers um
and
when they're little, and then watch them as they come through school and how they shed that innocence and they kind of go into this domestication. That's just
That's how
my
they
take on
movie
it.
baby geniuses.
That's just
Dre,
my take on it.
Dre said his baby normal. Your baby come from a unicorn, so she's not normal. Neither are
Right,
the boys. So please stop.
right.
Your babies aren't
That is
normal.
too
And
funny.
COVID was here before we knew it was here. So technically, your baby, if it was right before they announced it, your baby is a
Oh
COVID.
wait, did GC have a COVID baby?
Who?
yeah. He
Oh,
has
okay, I didn't know
He
that.
got two of
he
them,
has two.
Two
He has two
COVID
books.
babies.
and then a
Yeah.
post.
Not a
Yeah,
postcode.
well, well, we still got COVID, but yeah, he
Yeah.
got. Yeah, I
Right.
think
Oh
That's
no,
what
yeah,
I'm saying.
Jordan was right before
2019.
COVID, not a COVID baby.
They not.
Hey,
What's
Natalie.
up, Natalie?
Hey,
All right.
cousin.
I
So
like
let's move on to our next topic. Our
Give
next
me the
topic
man.
is why is the perception of men so bad that women will foolishly feel safer with a bear? Okay, so
topic.
before we close out the topic, when I look at like stuff that's going on now, like y'all look at all this bullshit that's coming out in Hollywood, and y'all look at all these men, they're doing all this abuse, all this stuff. All I think of is that wasn't a bear, that was a man. So I get both sides. I
and I
see
love how
where
you
I
chose
don't
him.
want to be like
You chose to be
bear.
there.
So
Is the bear gonna put
unfortunately,
something in your butt?
What the
I'm
fuck?
What the
not
hell?
talking.
Wait,
Just throwing it
I'm
out
so
there.
lost right now.
But
That
I think
you
it's like
put me too
it's
fast.
important for us to understand that, like, we understand when women are saying that, we know it's not all men. Like, we know it's not all men that are dangerous, all men that are horrible. We know it's not all men. But I think a lot of those women who chose the bear have probably encountered
Probably
men that make them feel unsafe. So I think that's why a lot of them chose the bear.
And people do
So
wear masks.
they
You
didn't
know,
specify what kind of bear. It could have been a goddamn teddy bear. So
I'm not talking to
no, I
you.
don't
They
think
said
they
a bear in the woods.
a bear
They
in the
say
woods.
grizzly bear. Girl, bye.
Thank
They
you,
got
Beyonce.
teddy bears in the woods.
Beyonce. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't think it's
Beyonce.
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 Beyonce. I don't think it's perception. I
That's
think it's
fancy.
experience. I like that. I think it's experience because here's the thing: people can fool you. Like you can meet a guy, and then 6 months in, he may switch up. Now I'm looking. I'm older now, so I'm paying attention. I don't even get excited no more. Even if my little kitty cat jump a little bit 2-3 times for you when I meet you, we gonna temper that on down Let me get on past this 90-day. Let me see what you working with. Let me see if that mask gonna drop because the excitement it just temper that
I
shit
don't
down.
feel like
Yeah,
anybody is truly themselves.
yeah.
I
Because
agree.
people will
People do
not.
send
People
their
don't say that.
representative.
Yeah.
All right. So our next topic. Our next topic. Self-reflection. Am I the toxic one? So looking at relationships, have you ever been the toxic aspect of the relationship?
Absolutely. Because it depends on the kind of energy we moving in and our maturity level and if we can see ourselves. Sometimes when you're going through a situation and you are the one being the asshole, you don't see it. Sometimes you don't see it until after. Hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
And
I ain't seen
sometimes
it then.
we focus on we get self-centered sometimes and we're so focused on our needs and our wants and what we feel like we're not stopping to consider all aspects of it, like the overall picture of it, so yeah, it's been times I'm divorced now, but it's been times in that marriage where I was most definitely the asshole, most definitely the toxic one, and there were times when he was, no doubt about it, so it's just a matter of seeing it, and a lot of times we don't want to admit it because of our pride. What the Bible say about pride goes before a
Coming before
fall,
the fall.
and a haughty spirit before destruction. Haughty just means that you're so prideful you refuse to see the other side of the coin. You refuse to see the part that you played in it. So comes before a fall. Yeah, I
I would,
definitely
I
have
would
been.
say, I think of my definitely in one particular relationship because of the second part. My expectations were very unrealistic, and I think I put pressure on both of us to have this great relationship because we were getting older and we needed to focus and buckle down. And there were times where I would say something and he would be like, "Why are you talking to me like that?" And I would be looking at him like, because you deserve it, because what you're saying don't make no sense. And not even pausing to think that he was asking me that because I was being a total jackass. And it was like there was a way that I could have said it differently. There was a way I could have said it where it was way more productive than the way that I said it. So in that moment, it's like, yeah, there were times where I allowed unrealistic expectations to make me frustrated because we weren't there yet. And instead of trying to like work together to get there, it was why you not doing it? Why you not handling your business? Why you not on your shit? And I definitely, in that moment, was the toxic person in the relationship. What you thinking, Jazz?
Uh, all yes to all. I done been there.
Not the
Ooh.
all of the above.
No, I know that I have been. I'm gonna say I've been domesticated now. Like I've had to. Lord bless my husband. Y'all pray for him, cause I now realize I was a little crazy. I know I've had to, like I said, the when we talked about like the 20, 25 to 30, I'm okay with that version. Younger than that, though, I was definitely engaged in relationships, friendships, and intimate relationships that I just, it was just bad. Like I was toxic. And I'm gonna call my toxicity, I guess, very specific. I did not let go. And that was toxic. That to me is definitely being toxic. Like, hey, this relationship isn't working. Hey, this friendship isn't working, but I'm gonna still hold on. I'm gonna still call, like, I think they butt call me. Let me call them back. No, I think that's his sister. Wait, let me text her and then make it seem like it was accident, like I'm gonna call somebody else. Like I was a little crazy. I realize that now. But it really was, yeah, definitely late teens, early 20s, and then
Yeah, that was one thing I had to learn
I got
too,
that one.
because
Yeah,
like I
it was.
always wanted to have the last word, right? I wanted to have the last word. I always wanted to be right, and sometimes you just gotta. I had to learn. I know the old people say pick and choose your battles, especially when you're in a committed relationship. Like sometimes, and I'm not saying not be right, but I'm just saying sometimes your partner's view is just as valid as your view. And it's not all about being right. It's about sitting down and compromising and working through whatever that issue is. Because here's the thing: as smart as I think I am, I know nothing in the grand scheme of things. So it's a 100% possibility that his view is just as valid and probably even right. And I just don't want to see past my own bullshit. And I say this often now. Sometimes we have life and bullshit mixed up. That's why therapy is so important. Thank you so much. And different forms of therapy before you roll your eyes like, oh my God, we're going to talk about therapy again. Different forms of therapy are definitely, some people do need to go lay on people's couches though. I'm just saying.
Get it all out. Tell them all your business.
Get it all
All
out.
right,
Get
Didi,
it out.
chime in with us. What you think about this topic?
I was toxic, but I knew I was being toxic. I just that's just how I was. So I was like, I don't care. You can leave, whatever. Like,
Like, where you going?
because I
I'm
was
going
dealing
to.
with people that I didn't really want to be with, but I knew they would do anything for me. So I would just do it on purpose. Like, you're not gonna leave yet? Like, why are you still here?
Oh, damn. So we were done with the relationship at this moment. So we wanted them to move on.
So you're just using them. They just
And I
here.
didn't really want to be in a relationship to begin with, but they were beneficial. So I would just do stuff.
Passing time. That's what I used to
Okay,
call
no.
it.
Let's just marinate on this one for a minute.
Yeah.
So you didn't want them, but they were
Mm-mm.
beneficial.
Mm-hmm.
So explain, because some people may be like, what?
I mean, I'm talking beneficial in every way. Like, I didn't have to pay for anything. Like, they took care of everything around my house. Anything I needed, they would jump and do it. They would come in. Like, I didn't have to do anything.
So like,
Wash
how
your
did your
car.
how like so? If you're in a relationship with them, this is my whole thing. Because I'm gonna have to get KY jelly or something. Because my cat not getting wet. Like it's just not. It's gonna be so dry. It's like sandpaper for somebody like that I just
I
don't
was like,
have no
what
feelings
the
for.
cat?
Well, I
But
don't say I wouldn't say like I like them as a person. Like, they were a really, really nice person.
okay,
And I mean, they literally treated me like royalty. So a lot of alcohol changes a lot of things. So
yeah, I guess.
That
I
is
guess.
true.
so
That is so true. But I mean, sometimes I think
Facts.
when we're around people, it's like you don't dislike them, but it ain't somebody you're like, oh, it's not like that. It's just like you cool enough to be around with for right now. And if you leave, I mean, good luck in life. But
yeah.
if you don't stay, I'm not finna be like writing in my diary about it. Like we
Yeah.
good.
But
Either way.
but the person was such a good person. Like, later on, I felt bad. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, even apologize and all that, because I was like, okay, I was being really manipulative. I shouldn't have done
Yeah,
this. It's
that
really
part.
bad.
Like that's the
Yeah,
thing.
it
Like
was
you
real
know
bad.
what's going on, but like you're manipulating the situation because this person likes you so much. You just even though you're not feeling them, you're like they feeling me, so fuck it. I'm just gonna use them. That's kind of
Hmm.
like, what if that happens to you? Like, what if you finally get into something
Oh,
that
I
you
got
really
my
dig in a
karma back.
person, and like so that part,
Way
and
worse.
this is what I
Oh
tell
damn.
guys now. Like, yeah, I
I
totally
got it
get what
back.
she's saying. Yeah,
I
that's my
definitely
whole
got it
You
back.
thing
know
now.
what?
Like, guys, I just don't because I got guys now that like literally it does and age is not a factor. Y'all probably know that. Like it doesn't matter they can be in their 20s, 30s, 40s, and they're like throwing me all these gifts. Let's go out. And I just had to tell a young man the other day, listen, I like you as a friend. Please stop trying to take me out. Because at this point, if you continue, I'm going to take you up on your offer, but I'm not rocking with you like that. Do you understand?
Well, I would say that too, but he
Yeah.
still
Do
wouldn't
you
stop.
understand? Because it's
Oh,
not
they say
going to
how
sex.
weird
Like
you
we're not
are.
about to do nothing like that. It's not going to that. So if you want to cash out me and you want to keep taking me out, this is going nowhere. It's not. I mean, I'm not trying to be mean or rude to you, but I've already told you I'm not interested and you're still pursuing me. I'm about to take your fucking money at this point because I already told you no. Now, in that situation, I feel
To
like
teach him a
he gonna get
lesson.
what he gonna get. Well, it's not even a lesson. I said no.
Yeah.
Lord Jesus.
That's that Steve
I
Urkel
said
treatment. They
no,
be
and they
trying to
thought we were feeling
wear you
each other.
down.
Girl, I was thinking that too. That is Steve and Laura. Lord
That's
have mercy.
Steve. That's
Yeah.
Steve Urkel.
Sometimes they are
It's like,
cool
I'm
and
gonna
good
wear you
too.
down. Cause
I'm
dudes
wearing you
really,
down, baby.
they think that. They're
Mm-mm.
like, well, long as I'm staying here, okay, I'm gonna go. That's what I'm saying from my own personal life. Like, hey, I'm gonna go get this fixed on your truck. Yeah, I had the F-150. That was my baby. So I was like, hey, go do this, go do that. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, guess I ain't gotta do nothing. I was like, you can't be here because the real one might show up. Things like that happen. No, that's okay.
Well, I done learned to not give out my address. Like I don't care. If I meet them out there, like, it's gonna have to stay out there unless they
But
stalking me.
sometimes
I
it
don't
don't
know it.
matter.
Yeah. Well, just stay locked and loaded. We got
Myron
guns. Stay
said
locked and
this like
loaded.
military business. It's easy for us because we know we're not going to be there long anyway, so we're leaving.
Well,
Like,
I
we ain't
can
But
gonna
I
I
be
can
think
see it
there's
from that
one thing
perspective.
one thing
I can
I
see
want
it
to
from
touch
that
on.
perspective.
Dee Dee said that she went back and apologized. It's a whole lot of people that will realize you were the fucking problem and will never go back and be like, hey, I was the problem. They don't never do that. They never go back and say, you know what I did, that was messed up. What I said, that was messed up. They don't never do that. And I think that's where maturity comes in, where you can self-reflect for real, and be like, that was fucked up.
It was bad.
I shouldn't have did that. And go back to that person, because you never know what kind of marks you're leaving on that person.
Woo.
Like, you never know.
He let you know.
I apologize to everybody. I'm sorry.
He let me know.
This is my apology.
He let you know.
I'm sorry.
Like,
He did. He told me he had to fast for 30 days.
Oh.
It was bad. I was like, fuck. Yeah, I felt bad.
oh dang.
Damn. He had to fast.
He had to go on the ayahuasca retreat or something.
Guy.
Bless his heart.
Wow.
Yeah.
But still, I think the biggest one is like a lot of women will never admit that they're the problem. A lot of women will never say that they were the toxic ones. It's always, especially if a dude cheat, then boom, he is the whole, like, it was all his fault and it don't matter. And it's like, it was so much other stuff that happened before that you can still take responsibility for. But it's like, once he cheat, then it's like, oh, it's all because he cheated. That's it. And it's like, it's more to it.
It's way more to it than that. Let me get on
this.
This is my sorry for 2024. I love it. And got the mic.
Yes.
Good.
Right. He had to do rehab stint. God dang. God dang.
He said he had to get righteous.
I want to stay on this nerve about cheating for a minute, because you're right with the women. They will. Now listen, y'all might beat me up for saying what I'm about to say, but I'm gonna get.
Girl, this is a safe space. Say it.
Girl, I don't care who finna run up on me. I don't care.
The bear.
And who gonna do that?
So listen, this is what I want to say about cheating. And I said this at work one day, and one of the women in the cafeteria got hot with me. She got so hot with me. I said, you know what? It is of my opinion, and I did a few papers on it, but I didn't tell her this when I was in school, that cheating is a symptom of something else that is broken in that relationship. And as women, one thing we do when we get into a marriage and we're tired and we have children and we don't want to give it up, and we push it off and we push it off and we push it off. Eventually that man, y'all know how backed up men be. If you married to him and you tell him y'all not having sex for a month, for 2 months, temptation is real out here. And his eggplant does not have a brain nor feelings. He can love you to death and plunge that little sucker deep down in some other chick because he needs some relief. And then he'll go cheat, and the woman say, well, girl, he wasn't faithful and he wasn't loyal. You've been on this man. You probably done emasculated him. You ain't giving him no sex. You probably on him for everything. You still want him to pay the bills. You still want him to fix every goddamn thing at the house and go see about your mama. He come home that night. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to give him no head. You don't want to give him no eggs. You don't want to give him no cat. You don't want to do nothing. But you expect him to be okay. And so the minute he steps out, now it's a problem. Now I'm going to really punish him. Now I'm really not going to give him none. What you think he about to do, sis? He about to cheat on your ass.
I think cheaters are just cheaters. I don't care if you fuck them every night. They want to cheat, they're going to cheat.
Exactly.
I don't believe that.
I do. I've been with a man that I slept that we every day, twice a day. It don't matter. Some men are undisciplined and they have some deep trauma that they need to go fix. They may have been molested or something else. It could be something deeper than that. But some men actually cannot control themselves.
I believe that, but some women should not just withhold. I think that's kind of a sort of.
I don't think you should withhold sex. I also don't think you should cheat either. I think you should have discipline. And if you're not getting your needs met, you need to talk about it and leave. If you don't, if it's that bad, leave.
Exactly. It's not that easy to leave when you got investments. It's not, especially as long as you've been in a relationship.
But you're gonna lose them anyway. So
and everybody else can get divorced. Whoever got divorced, these motherfuckers is billionaires. It is easy to leave if you don't want to be there.
Ain't nobody leaving no billionaire.
But like what Didi was saying,
they get divorced every day.
Girl, they get that money.
I think it comes down to choices.
Bezos, he left.
Regardless of how horny you are, you have a choice. Because as women, let's think about it. I mean, as women, if you single or in a relationship, it could be a dude at your job. You in a relationship, it's a dude at your job. He make put a little smile on your face, but you're not finna go in the broom closet with the dude, or you not finna go in the car with the dude because you have a relationship and you show respect for your relationship. So I think if you're gonna be If you're gonna take responsibility, then take responsibility. So if you, because I mean, there's always a choice. You may not like the choice.
The undisciplined man will cheat. It don't got nothing to do with I ain't giving you nothing. If you're I know men who don't even. I know some upstanding ass men that women throw shit at them all the time, and they value themselves so much they ain't doing it.
Yeah,
I don't give a damn if the bitch ain't fucking them. They ain't sleeping with you because it ain't. No, a little boy who's undisciplined and unhappy with himself, they cheat.
Agreed.
If your wife mean that much to you and you scared to lose that shit, you ain't gonna cheat.
My whole thing is, why'd you ask somebody to marry you in the first place if all you wanted was sex? So at the end of the day,
you can't have sex,
control your dick.
And my thing is, and they say, God, okay, so I'm not gonna put names out, but I know a lot of men that got married and they have married because of whatever the situation. And granted, when you ask them, well, why did you choose her? What was the thing? You can't even tell me why you married these women. You can't even tell me why you love them.
Validation.
It just seems
May not
like
have nothing to do with love.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's just a shitty. Like, I'm sorry, I'm not about to be in a loveless marriage. I'm not about to choose every day to wake up and do good for a person I don't give a fuck about. Like, that don't make sense to me.
They give a fuck about each other, though. That's the point y'all are missing. These people aren't in relationships with each other and they don't care about each other. Have y'all been married? Let me ask this.
A lot of people don't married because
they just
have y'all been married at
just to
least
be
longer?
one.
Hold on. Have you been married at least longer than 10 to 15 years before we even start having this conversation? Have you?
My thing is, I've been around people who have been married. My parents been married for
You don't know what
years.
all they went through, though.
Yes,
you do not.
My parents are very open
don't.
about their relationship.
I guarantee you don't.
Yes,
but we're not saying that cheating is a deal breaker. We're talking about the choice to cheat.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, but that's even in
I'm divorced now, but I was married for 25 years. I got married at 18.
Yeah, but everybody's
I was not developed enough.
Everybody's not the same. So
yeah, I wasn't developed enough to be saying
just because you think your husband would cheat, or the men would cheat because of this, that, and the third, don't mean every man is that way.
Oh, and let me
there
put
are
this
very
out here.
disciplined men out here who will not cheat on their wife, even if they go 6 months without cheating. They are very.
Let me put this out here for my ex. I never knew for all intents and purposes, I never knew the man never came across. He looked very, very faithful. Came across very faithful. Let me just say that. So in all of that 25 years, I never saw him, heard of him cheating. I'm just putting this out here as an example because people who may be watching this who knew us as a married couple, he was not that guy. He went to work, he came home. So I do want to put that out there. Now, me, on the other hand, I was the toxic one. It's like, hey, absolutely fucking yes, I've been toxic in the past, But like you said, at the time, I was not self-disciplined nor mature enough because getting married at 18, don't do it. That's my advice there. Don't do it because you don't know yourself. You're not mature enough. You don't have enough life experience to know what to expect of yourself, to keep your energy sacred from other people, to respect your marriage, because you just have not. I just didn't have the experience to move past that. And then the examples that I saw probably weren't the best, even though those couples were married for 30, 40 years, like grandmas and granddads and stuff, right? So that's my experience. So my perspective of it is a little different. I don't think that women should be withholding. I don't think that men should be cheating. I think everyone should have the perfect, faithful relationship. Does the world work that way? Absolutely not. So I still think cheating is a symptom of something else going wrong in a relationship. If they're going to cheat, they're going to cheat. But it's studies that show a whole lot of other shit going on in that scenario. It's not as black and white and cut and dry as.
So I think
it's more of a symptom with something going on with them.
I'm there. I'm with Didi. I think when we talk about a symptom in the relationship, I would say maybe it's a symptom in the relationship with yourself, right? That you are having, that you are not looking at the situation honestly within yourself. So it's making you incapable of looking at the situation honestly within a relationship. Now, I really want to get to this, but before we do, we're going to take a quick break because we're going to get into the audience interaction. What's up, Didi?
Before we take a break, I have to drop because I got to go pick my son up. But, okay. I'm grateful to be on the podcast with y'all tonight. I appreciate y'all. Y'all keep doing great things out here in these social media streets.
You too, well, thank you, Didi, for joining us. We are going to come back, but let's Deuces for Dee Dee. Thank you. And
Hey,
the
Dee.
next ladies' night, we're gonna come in with the ladies of iAmWoe Media and talk more about this. Thank you for your perspective, Dee Dee. We appreciate
You're
it.
welcome.
So we're gonna take this break and we'll be right back. Mwah.
Looking for great music and dope podcasts? Look no further than Black Window Chaser Radio. BWNC Radio is where it's at. Download the app now. Come for the dope podcast, stay for the dope music. Available at Apple Store and the Google Play Store. This is iAmWoe Media Group. Allow us to introduce ourselves, starting with Breaking Barriers podcast with Mr. GC, Drina Dream, and the core queen herself. All Things Undone podcast with Granny and Jayhawk. Cole holds it down with She Talking T. The Underground Sports Kings, UGSK. iAmWoe podcast with Woe, Cole, and DT. Dylan's Dive Bar, hosted by Lane Dillon. The Core Queen podcast with the Core Queen herself, Dee Dee Leggett. This is iAmWoe Media Group. Tune and subscribe to us on YouTube and Facebook.
All right. What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. What up, Jazz? This is Ladies Night with the ladies of iAmWoe Media, and we are having an amazing discussion about self-reflection, about toxicity in relationships. I want to get into some of these comments from the audience. They are talking back to us, ladies. So let's definitely get into these comments. So Natalie says, my last relationship, I got to a point where I didn't want to have sex due to me doing so much with work and kids. My partner was feeling neglected and he stepped out, but he wasn't helping to lighten my load. So I was like, I can't do everything and please you at the end of the day. Shit, I'm tired. All right, so let's talk about this. So this also talks about the whole 50-50 in a relationship. You know, everybody doing their part, everybody carrying their load. So let's talk. I got two people. One has been married and one that is still married. How are we? What were the conversations when you were talking about dividing up work within your lives? You know, stuff that happens in the house, that happens outside of the house, and who works and who takes care of the kids and that kind of thing. Because I think a lot of women feel that it is solely their responsibility to raise the kids, but we need both parents. And coming from a 2-parent household, there were times where it was definitely beneficial that there was a mom and a dad. So let's talk about that. How did y'all decide who did what your roles were in the marriage? Jazz, let's start with you.
I was gonna say, who is y'all? Yeah. I was like, oh, we got a special guest.
Oh, you.
My bad.
You.
Look, y'all know it's past my bedtime. I'm focused. No, it's
you staying outside. You up. You ain't going to bed at 8 o'clock.
It ain't summer yet. But no, we had a lot of talks. A lot of talks about what we want our life to look like. Definitely in regards to our kids. Of course, having kids very early in our relationship sped up those conversations because we were committed to working. We wanted to work it out. So we had a lot of conversations, very honest, very open conversations about not so much divvying up things, but really how to support each other. Like, hey, there are certain things that I like to have done a certain way. I've had to bend on that. Coming up on 12 years of marriage. Just like you cannot have it your way 100% of the time. I like Clorox bleach, and my husband knows that I like Clorox bleach.
Oh yeah,
it's not an ad, but I'm like, no, my clothes, my white clothes need that. And now if it's some other kind of bleach we can clean with that, he's like, well, why do you have that? And then I kind of overheard a conversation between him and my mama, and my mama was like, oh no, Jazz been like that. I'm like, first of all, time out. Why y'all just talking about me? Is that, oh no, well, she only gonna want that. I'm like, I'm sitting right here. And y'all just talking. But I realized that was something that I didn't even realize was ingrained in me. And even though I know me and my husband recently had this conversation, like with my time with being single before I met him, and I realized that about me. And sometimes I don't really relate to a lot of people because I actually was single. I mean, like for real single, like because I know some women say they single and they don't really be single. They have a whole squad behind them.
Got a
I
whole
really
rock.
was single, whole roster.
Got a whole rock.
But I said I actually was single, living on my own, and and doing those things by myself, working and going to school, doing all of my own maintenance, so to speak. Taking out trash, just then meeting him and be like, oh no, well, let me go take your trash out for you. Excuse me, what?
Right.
I mean, it's just things like that I just didn't. I knew existed. I mean, I come from a 2-parent household. I come from a very active 2-parent household where both of my parents were at everything that they could possibly be at, for me and my brothers. I mean, schlepping us from here to there and up and down east and west, from my daddy teaching me how to, change my oil in my car on my first car, and teaching me how to cut grass. My mama teaching me how to sew and how to cook, and actually both of my parents actually teaching me how to cook. So even seeing those examples, then taking from that example, because I know a lot of people kind of emulate their parents' marriage. I saw my parents' marriage, and I also knew that I wasn't going to necessarily mimic theirs, do a copy paste, because I didn't marry my father. I married the man that is my wonderful husband, but he challenged me in a way like, hey, this is what we're going to do going forward. So I do have to lean on him as far as being the head of the household and doing those things that, yes, he'll come to me if it's something I don't want to say just needs assistance with, but I am his counselor. That's what I'm here to be. I'm here to be his helpmate. So not as far as just like housework is 50-50. Like, I mean, it is, but like he washes the clothes most of the time. Am I really going to get mad because he washed the clothes and he didn't fold it up the way that I previously would fold things up when I was living by myself? The clothes wash and they clean.
Pick your battles.
Pick your battles.
And they on hangers. Okay, I'm supposed to hang them up. I ain't gonna lie. I have to do that this weekend because I'm gonna be in trouble. So I can't be outside till I do my chores. So
Cinderella.
I have to do my chores. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. Just things like that. Like, he'll go cut the grass, but he was looking like, okay,
right.
You want the yard to look this way. What the mulch looking like? Like, just all of the things. Like, we had to move some plants around the house. Like, it's things like that we not necessarily. I don't call it 50-50.
Right.
We both have to give 100%. We both have to give 100%, even when one of us is down. Like, we really support each other in that manner of, hey, we're gonna do it. We have our powwows. Like, hey, we need to have what we call just our own little business meeting. Like, yeah, we have the iAmWoe Media Group, but what does it look like for our family? Like, it is really a business meeting for our family.
Yeah.
Like, okay, what's the next thing we want to do? How do you feel about this, and this? Okay, we're gonna grill this weekend. That's okay. That's normally me. Something on the grill. Because I love having food on the grill, but even having those type situations, like, okay, well, what are we going to do to move forward? Okay, what is next week looking like? Okay, what are our plans for this month? Like, did I remember to pay the water bill? I didn't. But, things like that happen that we openly discuss. Yeah. And I realized that from speaking to other people, I'm going to use the term other people who are married. Or can I say other people who had a wedding? Other people who had a wedding, I don't think are necessarily married. My husband and I choose to have a marriage. Yeah, get it? You get it.
We got it.
And I'm saying, because I know that y'all know me, I'll say, so I'm trying to, expound on it the best way I can. But we work to have a very active and open marriage to the point of what it says, kind of married people business. Like people don't know, like, and I gotta get, what you were saying before, like, yeah, you can be open and see, other people's representative of their marriage is definitely a representative. And it's funny because one of y'all said something about like a coworker. I had like a former coworker. He's like, "Girl, I know you was married. I've been married almost 12 years. How are you in?" I was like, "I know what it is." I said, "I forgot." He said he was separated from his wife. I'm like, don't bring that foolishness over here. Like it's stuff like
Away from
that
that.
that people just, kind of like what you say, the man and the bear. I'm like, you can leave me with the man because I know what to do. I know what to say. I know how to be, assertive enough and aware enough of my surroundings. That's why I say I ain't really worried about either one of them, but I know how to be aware of my surroundings enough to know, oh, okay, that's why you said that. And I'm just gonna smile. Oh, you're like, yeah, we finna have an anniversary. You finna go do this, this, and this, and oh, okay, I ain't know. You didn't know. Now you know.
Now I know you
If
know
you
because
don't
I'm
know,
telling you.
now you know. Baby,
Yes.
baby.
So I don't know.
So when you are
you are my bear.
Lord Jesus. So one of the things, if y'all remember, my dad was on my show. We were talking about premarital counseling, and he said that a lot of times, the expectations keep that energy over there stirring away from my cousin. Come on, Natalie.
Thank you.
He was saying a lot of people don't discuss their expectations for real. And one of the expectations they don't talk about is their sex life expectations. Like some people think when they get married, all of a sudden, yeah, we having all the sex in the world. And then some people are like, we got a life to live. We got to, they don't think it's going to be a whole bunch of sex. And so he'll tell them, turn to each other and tell them, what do you expect? The husband be like, I expect sex, 2-3 times a week. And the wife is like, and his future wife is looking at him like 2-3 times a week.
That ain't even
every week.
Let me tell y'all something.
Yeah.
Let me interject here. I've been quiet for a good little minute here. I had one of my Sunday school teacher tell me when I was a teenager, and this is back when my mom and them had us in church 4 out of the 7 days out of the week. And she said, if you are not ready for sex, you are not ready for marriage, period. She said, because that is part of the deal. If you are a Christian and you follow that theology, it says for you not to forsake your husband and husbands not to forsake your wives. That literally means bust it open. Bend it, bust it open. And it did. And yeah, you can compromise on that and decide when is what. I was the type of wife, because I got 25 years in the game. It ended suddenly in 2018. Didn't quite see that coming, but that's neither here nor there. During the marriage, I tried to make myself available to my spouse as often as I could make myself available to my spouse in whatever way he wanted me to be available to him. And I know a lot of people, I feel like, put too many expectations on their marriage of what they will do and what they won't do. For me, I took that statement literally when it said that the marriage bed is undefiled, barring not bringing another person into it. That's not, we're not doing that threesome stuff. But whatever other wild stuff you want to try, we can definitely do that. So that was my whole take on it. When it comes to work-life balance, we did all that together. He cleaned, we cleaned together, we washed together. I hate washing clothes, and I'm 100% down with that Clorox bleach with you. We here. And I don't know if it's Clorox you talking about, but I kind of felt like when it comes to them white clothes,
you got to be Clorox.
Them towels, it's got to be Clorox, right? So I get that. And we had to figure that part out. People don't realize the nuances of marriage. When we first got married, he had a certain way he washed clothes. I had a certain way I washed clothes. We had a knockdown, drag out argument one time because I would put the soap and stuff in the dispenser and then put the clothes in and then turn the water on. He was like, that ain't how you do it. I don't know another way to do it because it's a washing machine. You just put the soap in and you put the clothes in and you turn it on. And he was like, that ain't how you do it. This how you supposed to do it. Tell you what, you wash your own clothes. And for a month, I made that man wash his own clothes because he didn't like the way I loaded the washing machine. That's when early on in the marriage. But then we learned.
Like that.
We learned, right?
Yes, I want a maid. Me too.
I want a maid too. I want a maid.
It'd be like that.
Absolutely. That's the one thing when I tell you I do not want to do is clean up. Bleach is not bleach.
Right.
Clorox is different from other bleaches.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Clorox is the one that's been grandfathered in. That's the one that you
I told
respect.
him, I said, if you need to go to Dollar Tree and get the whatever kind of bleach, I say I'll bleach like the floor or something with that. Other than that, look, though I say, like you say, it's different nuances, and it's like, oh, that's that whole. And I told him that, and I just keep kind of teasing him, but I'm like, look, that's the way I learned to do it, from honestly being on my own, having to wash my own clothes, ironing my own clothes, because I know people don't iron them. Why I get it, because I starch and iron. So and people, thank you.
I still starch and iron.
Me too.
Thank you.
I still starch and iron. My mama would come through this podcast and be like, "What do you mean you don't starch and iron?" Wish I might say something like that, honey.
Baby, look, my kids
What
were
the hell they
surprised.
got
I
the
still
legal
have an
cycle
iron
for
and
on
iron
your
board.
dryer?
You don't iron?
No.
You don't iron?
No.
Mm-mm.
Unless
I
it's needed.
don't know. Maybe it's just me, but when that crispiness and that steam hit, and you get that,
Look, you smell that lavender faultless?
I mean,
That's a whole different. Yeah, look, y'all can tell what I do. Which is, once again, we compliment each other because he'll wash the clothes and I'll be in there ironing. First of all, why you putting business out there like that?
iron curtains.
You gotta iron them curtains though when they come out the dryer.
Okay, so he's saying about ironing curtains, y'all. We for real was gonna have to go back to marriage counseling over him putting the curtains up and did not let me wash and iron them first.
Well, you can steam them. Like, you know how you can.
No, it was a specific
want
curtains
this
that I
metal?
bought. Like, I already had it in my mind. Like, we was gonna have to go back, Reverend. We need to talk. Like, does this thing have an expiration date on it or something on this marriage license? He didn't put the curtains
said
up.
we need to re-up on the counseling.
Because it had me. I ain't gonna lie. And that's when I told you, that's why I say I still had that little tad bit of little toxicity. Like, it was still in there a little bit. I didn't realize it was in there.
But I think that goes back
he put
to
some curtains up.
how we were raised, because my brother and his wife, totally different. Like, with us, our parents, it was 3 of us growing up. We got whatever box of cereal we wanted. We got, we went whatever we saw on the shelf in the grocery store we wanted. She was like, she's always, trying to save money. They got into an argument in the grocery store over Heinz ketchup. Do you hear me? My brother was like,
Heinz tastes different though.
Heinz
tastes different.
He was like, it's ketchup. He said, no, there's Heinz, and then there's tomato, whatever you got over there. So they were literally, when I tell you, in the grocery store, y'all, and she's like, this is like 50 cents less. We get Heinz. And it's like, when you think about those things that you're raised with, those things that are important for you,
we are talking about salt and starch and ironing. We are talking about ironing.
Yes.
Ironing.
Yeah, that's my cousin. She already know that's how we ride, and
that
like that's just it. There are certain things we don't compromise on. Even I was getting ready to bake a pound cake with my cousin saying I was baking Mama Irma's pound cake. It's a cream cheese pound cake.
They're good.
I said, well, babe, bring me to the store right quick. We got to run to Publix. I got to get the cake flour. He said, well, this cake flour right here.
No. No.
I say, no. Mama said this the only cake flour she used. So this the only cake flour I use. And it's the only thing, like I said, it's the only thing I know. I don't know what I know people make it with that. I'm in a Facebook group about black people and pound cakes, and that's all they talk about. I like,
I'm mad there's a group for that.
That's literally the name. If y'all go on there, it's hilarious to even. It's black people pound cakes. Like, that's what it is. But
that is so funny.
It's a horrible, funny group to be in. But if you like baking pound cakes, or you just enjoy laughing with other black people at the white people that's in the group, like it's just funny. I mean, but they definitely have all.
So y'all be talking about the potato salad with the raisins in it, or strictly pound cake?
No. When I say it's strictly pound cake, it is strictly pound cake, and they will. Oh my God! I mean, they're very accepting.
No, they're not. No, they're not. I see that
very
right
accepting. So they will definitely tell you, post a pic of your pound cake, and yeah.
Well, I'm not the baker, so
All
I
right,
have no
so
Don't post in that group.
let's
They'll
let's
say
talk, let's talk more with our audience. Let's see what we got going on. Let's see. We got a couple people who were talking to us for a minute, and let's see what we got.
Courtney, I'm gonna add you to the group.
Don't. I cuss all them people out.
Oh Lord Jesus, don't
You
add
gonna
her.
have
He
to help
will.
them.
He's
I'm gonna put you in the counseling session.
But I'm not giving them
He's
my
real
grandma.
big on the bacon thing.
I would not give.
No.
I go off my grandma recipes. That's it. What my
See?
grandma said to do, that's all I do. And when somebody be like, but you need to know, my grandma didn't say I could do that. And you can argue.
All right, Natalie said, I love the results of cleaning, but doing it all by myself, I'm over it. My kids have now started mopping though.
Nope.
I think that's I used to think as a kid that's the only reason why my
You
parents
got the
had
twins
kids.
mopping, Lord have
Make
mercy.
us
Oh,
clean
this
up.
girl
That
says
was our
clean up.
chores.
I don't trust my child to do shit.
Oh, my mom and them had us know everything.
Oh, honey, everybody had
Baseboards,
for night
everything.
from that you had to clean the kitchen, and we already knew it started with dishes. Then you had to do the counters, you had to sweep, you had to mop. We had everybody had to do the kitchen. It does not matter how old you were. Everybody had. If we were all young, all of us had a section of the kitchen. When we got older, you had the whole kitchen. There was no. We not cleaning. And then Saturdays, stop playing. Everybody had a bathroom. Everybody had a room. Somebody had the
laundry.
I was just raised.
You had the laundry and everything. But
I was
So I have a question about that. I got a question.
What's up?
So we were talking about the 50-50 in relationships. Now, do y'all also have that in regards to your kids or pseudo kids, that you have around you, even nieces and nephews, when it comes down to roles? Like I have been told, because even with having boy and a girl, oh, your son can cook. I said, hell, my husband could.
Right.
Your husband cook? I said, he's a grown adult. Why shouldn't he know how to cook?
Should he know how to cook? Yeah.
Right.
Well, I ain't gonna lie. I did have somebody hate on me at work because they saw my lunch, and I was like, "Oh," I said, "What you got?" I said, "You know what? I don't know. I don't need tea." I said, "He said, why you don't know what you?" I said, "I don't know. My husband fixed it." Your husband fixes your lunch?
My father.
My brother does. My
like,
brother does for his wife. He cooks.
I mean,
my brother does all the cooking for his wife.
Come on, this down. My brother cooks for his wife.
Yeah, my brother does
but
too.
I mean,
literally
because he actually packed my lunch. I mean, the lady she really had a whole
because you know what, older generations, it was always the wife was doing it. Like my dad's parents, like even though my grandmother owned her own hair salon, she still, like, my grandfather did not eat until she came home and cooked the meal. And if we were there with him, granddaddy, we hungry. Go in there and get you an orange. Go in there and get you some Ritz crackers. Go in there and get your banana. He wasn't going nowhere near this kitchen making us nothing. If we went in the refrigerator, get out of there. I said, get you an orange. And them was sitting on the counter. So he's like, get out the refrigerator. Don't go in there cooking nothing. Because until my grandma came home, there was going to be no cooking. He cooked. He put his plate on the table. He sat down. When he was done eating, he got up. She moved the plate, cleaned the kitchen, all that stuff. So older generations, when you start talking about a man doing the cooking and packing the lunch, y'all one of them newfangled modern children marriages. Y'all do this thing different, because back in the day, the wife did all of it. She literally did all. My mom worked, but she still cooked for my dad and fixed his plate and all that stuff. But I mean, now my dad wasn't about to get up and just leave your plate on the table. But still,
why are you messing with me?
I'm just saying. My wife,
my mom still cooks for my dad. After all these years, 50 years, but my brother changed the game. He does the cooking and the cleaning mostly, and his wife, who is a producer and a director, and she's on the road all the time. He's like, he keeps, he takes care of the kids, he cooks, he cleans, and they have a farm out back. And when she comes home, she does what she can, and she like kind of fills in and stuff. But I think they have like a good balance in that relationship. I think they've been married like 15 years. They've been together for 20 years. I love it. I love that he'll send me little pictures of like what he fixing them and everything. Oh, look at my brother.
Too. My brother send me videos and be like, "This what we had," and it's so funny when I go over there and their kids will be like, they'll be standing in the kitchen waiting on him to finish, and he'd be like, "I'm not done yet." And my little nephew come in there, "Dad, is dinner ready?"
Right.
And I'll be like, this
Wait,
is so funny. And they will, when I say tear it up, like whatever he make, if he say he making ziti, they excited. If he said he making chicken, they excited. But my brother, he loves it. But we were raised, both parents cooked.
Mm.
Like
right.
one time, like both parents, we for a minute we know our dad could cook. He surprised us as we became teenagers. But like both of them cook, so now we like, oh, okay, so we learning from both of them. Now that we're older, my mama be like, I ain't never cooking. Y'all are adults. I'm not cooking for y'all no more. So we had to learn how to cook. Oh no, she said once y'all got to the age where y'all would not burn my kitchen down, you make your own food. So we cook.
That part.
She
But that's
don't.
what I always wonder. I'm like, is the next generation, you know, boys and girl, male and female, like, are they both cooking? Are they both learning
Man, they
how
ain't even
to
getting married.
watch? Well, well, that's why I'm saying that. So even more
The
so,
new
you
generation
finna
ain't
be
even
living
getting
by
married.
yourself. I know my
Yeah.
baby. Like,
Gonna
you
be
need
But
to
you
cooking by
learn
know,
how to take
themselves.
care of yourself. I
Right.
literally have told my daughter this. I'm like, look, I already know how you are now, so I can't imagine till she get older. I'm like, look,
Mhm.
you need to know how to. Not even if you don't know, get out there and cut the grass. You need to know what it actually looks like, because when she's like, I'm gonna just pay somebody. I say, how you know if they doing it right? How you
mm,
gonna know if they doing it right and you haven't done it? I'm gonna get a maid. How you gonna
That's
know
right.
that they even know how to clean? Because they could be cleaning up with the wrong thing. Because I've seen it done before. No, I've seen it done. You know,
yeah.
people be like, oh no,
That's
I'm
right,
like,
Myra.
no,
We went to
you.
Votech. We know how to cook.
But you know what? I think the big thing is, Jazz. A lot of these kids aren't being shown that stuff. Like the moment I showed interest in wanting to know how to cook, my grandmother had me in the kitchen. First thing I learned how to make was scrambled eggs. And then it was
I
toast. She
guess
said you
everybody
gotta
do
have
that.
toast with every meal. Bread got to be in every meal. But it's like the moment we got older, the older members of the family started showing us stuff. Like I know how to wash clothes because my mom told me, at the 5th grade, I had to sort laundry with her. By 6th grade, I was sorting laundry. She was watching me. By 7th grade, you better learn how to sort your clothes. Like we got shown those things. This younger
Right.
generation, they're not being shown those things. Like some of these kids, they go near a kitchen, everybody be like, stay out the kitchen, stay out the
Mm-mm.
kitchen.
I'm like, get in
Go
there.
in the kitchen with
Yeah.
them
Get in there.
and show them how to cook.
Right.
My child
Because
knows.
that's how we learn. Somebody had to show us how to do it.
Right.
But ain't
Yeah, all
nobody
my
showing
kids
them that
cook.
stuff.
They
I
cook,
told them
they
cook,
clean, they
clean,
do
and sew.
everything. Yeah, they know how to
That's
take
all
care of
I'm.
themselves.
Cook, clean, and sew. I
Because
said I actually
nowadays,
just started sewing lessons,
yeah. Yeah,
and
people
I
not
don't
quick
know.
to get
I
married
can
like they
push
did
a
back in the
button.
day, so they may be self-sufficient for a long time. So we got to teach our kids how to be self-sufficient.
It's a lot of stuff we got to start passing down. All right, new topic apparently. Come on, whoa, Black women speak up. What is the one thing, in your opinion, all Black men need to hear us say? All right, Cole,
I
you've been
love
quiet
you.
for a minute. Talk to us. What's one thing all Black men need to hear us say?
They need to do better. I told y'all don't
Wow.
want to ask me shit about them.
Why?
No, I'm for real. Like I feel like this. I'm sick of the topic of us uplifting Black men. I think it's about time that they uplift us and tell us that we're appreciated, we're loved, we're wanted, because I sure don't feel like that from a lot of Black men. So I feel like they get it from the day we birthed them, raise them up and tell them how great they are, what kind of kings they are, and push them to be great. And when they get older, it's like, fuck y'all. So I think they need to do better with appreciating the women that gave them life. So that's all I got to say.
All right. Black men need to be more appreciative of women in general. Cheryl, talk to us. What you think
No,
all Black
Black
men need
women.
to say?
Black women.
Black women.
What is one thing in your opinion all Black men need to hear Black women say? Well, of course, I'm going to say definitely they do need to hear from us, whether they're, and this goes something back to something Dee Dee said. Sometimes our Black men's maturity level aren't there for whatever reason. I didn't have boys. I didn't. So I haven't had to coddle any, I haven't had to do any of that. I've only had girls. So my dad had brothers, and my grandma and granddad they didn't get that. They didn't get we love you and we appreciate you. They had to shut up and learn and do what they had to do and put their feelings in their pocket. So, from my perspective, I feel like they do need to hear not just hear that we love them, but to show that support. And we also need to show it while keeping our standards and our boundaries. I understand what you are saying, Cole, 100%. I just stopped talking to a guy that I have been talking to for 2 years because I was growing and I felt like what we had was growing, but he was determined to show me that he wanted to stay stagnant right where he was, very stubborn. And that's where I have to leave you. I love you. I care for you. I wish you the very best. But if you are not willing to pour into yourself, black men, black women can't pour into your cup because you have holes in it and it's only going to spill out.
You make us empty.
Yeah. So all we can do is tell you that we are proud. We do wish you the best. We want you to be accountable for your actions. We're going to be accountable for our actions as growing enough. Thank you. You are enough. You are enough. But we do have to set our boundaries because sometimes we'll tell them you are enough and they'll say, okay, cool, I'm gonna slack off. I got to give y'all this example. I don't know if y'all have seen what is that? Um, it's a football movie about the Giants. Something about the Giants.
Facing the Giants.
Facing the Giants, where it's this one.
I love that movie.
Yeah, it's this one scene in Facing the Giants where he's telling Brock to keep going. He blindfolds Brock and he says, "Hey, can you make it to the infield?" He said, "Yeah, I might can make it to the infield if I don't have no obstacles." So he was like, "Okay, cool. Put some obstacles on your back." So he put a boy on his back. He blindfolded him, and he had to do a death crawl all the way to the end zone. And he wanted to quit and he wanted to give up. And we have to be that tough coach sometimes. Tough love. Right? He gave him tough love to get him past the finish line. And what I'm learning, to Courtney's point, yeah, you're enough. We're going to push you. And that's what love does. Love does not let you do what you want to do. Love pushes you to be better, to grow, to get out of the shell and the rut and the stuck that you're in and to grow. And for the men who don't want to accept that code, we got to leave them where they are and pour into the ones that want it, that need it, that are open and receptive to it. And I know that's like digging through a freaking haystack for that one needle, but I'm determined to walk in love with God, myself, and others. And even if one relationship doesn't work, I'm just going to look and reevaluate what I can change myself. And hey, I still release you in love, Kevin Gates. I'm going to release you in love, but I still love you. I wish you the best. You know, that would be my thing. I'm still going to pour into black men. I still love black men. I want to see them to do their very, very best in life, even if it is not with me. That's my true definition of love. So that's what I got for the brothers. But yeah, I'm going to leave you to your foolishness. If you want foolishness, I'm going to leave you over there because that's not where I'm at. So that's my
talk to us, Jess. Talk to us, Jess.
I said it earlier. Just I love you, and I'm here for you. I have one of my dear friends. His birthday is today. Strong black man, and I told him I had to kind of pour into him this morning. He was kind of having a time. We've been kind of talking. He's like, I'm excited about my birthday. But I make it a point to tell him that, and just tell him that, that I am here for him, that I do care about him. He had a medical emergency actually last year. And I was the one that ended up having to bring him to the emergency room. So thank God I was there. Let's say that, because he ended up having emergency surgery. But he's here. Thank God he's here, and today is his birthday. And I told him, I'm like, look, yeah, and he doing great. And I say, and I know, he's very happy in his career and things like that. But just being that constant support, I know even not, and I have to keep saying, not even like intimate type relationships, but like real friendships. I know we feel like we do, because we are the black women, so we do pour out and we pour out, we pour out, and all the time we don't receive that back. So it is hard to pour. You can't pour from an empty cup, but it definitely is about like, where are you getting poured into from? Because even though I'm able, and I'm seeing this now about myself specifically, I'm able to pour into other people because someone else pours into me. So not necessarily that it's even the same person, but I'm having someone else pour into me so I can pour out to the other, black men in my life. And I think because I've started to realize that kind of trajectory, and I'm able to really kind of settle into that now. It's been good. It's been very freeing, to have those type of relationships. I say, and when you have black men who are beaten down and just in so many ways, but I mean, because they are, I can't even say, it's just in between news stories, like all these things have been proven to the ends of the earth that what they try to do to take Black men away from us. Hell, even my own, like the eyes are against them. And yes, Black women on the opposite side of the spectrum, yes, we are the most educated, but where are Black men for the majority? They have taken them away from us in every way, shape, and
Well,
form.
that's all strategic, and I need
Yeah, I
Jonathan on
mean,
here for
and
this
it's all
discussion, but
strategic, and that's right.
it's a lot. But this is what I want to say to the ladies who, you know, it pour that love that you have been given to, you know, the opposite sex into yourself, especially when you get to the point where you're single and we're trying to find the one again. At this point, the universe already know. I don't know if I'm trying to find the one. It's one trying to stick to me, but I don't know. But here's the thing. I'm gonna put all that love into me. I'm gonna put all of it into me. All of it into me. Yes, I love you, and I'm gonna support you from a distance if you're not ready to be with me. Because now you got to be ready. Because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm mature. I know what it looks like to be faithful, to be loyal in a relationship. Which this is the hardest part of this journey, at least for me, in growing and learning. I posted something today about it took all this getting rid of all the bullshit and everything else that I've been taught to just do me, to just do me only, outside of all of the freaking barriers and all of the ideology that's been preached to Black women all these times. It's just me doing me. That shit is hard. But this is what I learned in all of that. I am free to do what I want, say what I want. So I'm going to do that. And somebody has to meet that standard for me now. They have to. I'm celibate by choice because I refuse to put my energy against anyone else's that's not here. And you could call it a high standard or a boundary if you want to. But if you're not matching me in love and frequency, it's a no for me now. And I don't even have the patience. I'm like on that one. I'm not gonna be mean when they reach out and say, "Hey, you're beautiful. Thank you for that. What do you want?" Like that's where I'm at.
So
Thank you for you. What do you want?
I'm gonna go an opposite direction
Okay.
of what Jazz and Cheryl said. So I'm gonna say something that might piss some Black men off, and I'm totally okay with that.
We know.
If you've been on social media, there's been this thing called the Black wife effect,
I saw that.
where you have a lot of these men who are showing how their lives have improved because of their Black wife. One of the things that you have been noticing is that these men are of other races.
Yes, they are.
And you had a lot of Black men after this caught on and this trend caught on were like, oh, now you're looking to the white man to be your savior. And now you abandon the Black man. And I'm going to go on to say that these men went on to make these Black women wives. And it's a lot of Black men that are not interested in making Black women Black wives. And now you want to look here and be like, oh, all of a sudden y'all want to be with them. We are the least likely to date outside of our race.
Yep.
And a lot of those Black women who are married to those men who are not Black, that's probably their first or maybe second relationship outside of their race, where they have been dating Black men the entire time. I need Black men to realize that Black women are worth wifing up.
Yes, Lord,
Okay?
they are. And they are
That's
being
what I need
wifed up.
Black men to hear. Black women are worth wifing up. We are more than sneaky links, baby mamas, cut buddies, whatever you want to call us. We are more than that. And we are worth more than that. We deserve more than that. Those Black women made a choice and they say, you know what, damn it, I'm not going to sit here and wait for Black men to keep passing me up. This man wants to talk to me. I'm going to see what we have in common. Oh, he wants to make me a wife. I'm going to be a wife. And then they show how much better their lives are because they were with these women. And the whole, what do you bring to the table conversation? I don't care about your degrees. I don't care about this. I don't care about those men care. And they benefited, guaranteed, from all the intelligence that was sitting in that Black woman, from all the business acumen that was sitting in that Black woman, all the ideas that were sitting in that Black woman. And Black men need to understand that Black women are getting to the point where we're not waiting on y'all no more.
I'm not. I'm telling you right now, if somebody from a different ethnicity date me and want to marry me, and we
I'm not even gonna lie, I'm gonna go for it.
I'm going there. I'm definitely
going to go for it. Because at this moment, I'm 41. I've only dated Black men.
Me too.
I have only dated Black men. And I'm 41 unmarried. Let's go there. I'm 41 unmarried and I want to be a wife. It's not like I've been sitting here this whole time been like, marriage. No. I want to be a wife because I've seen how beautiful marriage is, but I've got black men who dated me or just wanted to have sex with me, and it never went past that. I deserve to be a wife. So at this point, black men, what you need to hear us say is that we ain't waiting on you no more.
And I will say this, the one white guy I dated back in 2021, it was 2021. We dated, and when I tell you it was non-sexual, it was literally this man taking me out and getting to know me. He opened the doors for me. He brought me roses and flowers, and we went out on dates, and we had a really beautiful time. And after about 3 months of that, he was like, we should get married. We can learn the rest on the back end. I wasn't into him the way he was into me, so I ended up cutting that off because that man was serious about his goals, about what he wanted to do. He had traveled the world. He was retired. He had went everywhere. He was a bachelor. He said, the only thing I have not done at this point is get married. He had been married and divorced like years and years before, but it was an annulment type of marriage, like not a marriage. So, and I was like, well, are you getting married for love, or you just ticking this off your list? Now, mind you, this is a wealthy man. So for him, he saw the benefits of marriage in that we could be life partners, not necessarily that it was a love match, but that you have something you can offer me, I have something I can offer you, which is wealth and all of this other stuff. And I was still in the ideology at the time of no, I want to get married for love a second time around. And so he was looking at it from a purely business perspective, and like a business deal. And I was like, no, what made me make my final decision to cut it off was I could not see myself just having sex with somebody that I just wasn't into like that. Because at the end of the day, that would have been a transactional marriage. And I know I'm going to, at some point, not be able to stomach this man. And a lot of people said, you should have been like Anna Nicole, but this man wasn't at all. I met him in the gym. He was an older gentleman, but he was very much so in shape, and he was not about to die. So, like
you was gonna have some time.
I was gonna have to do a few things. I was gonna have to do some strange things for that.
She said he was gonna be around for the long haul.
Okay, I take vitamins. Let's go.
I said all that to say I am 100% open with dating outside of my race, dating other ethnic groups. 100%.
Like for real, y'all ain't like never did that. Like that was it. I was just, I don't know. Maybe because I'm French like that. I don't know.
But I had one Italian
man.
Go together. But unfortunately, I met him right after a breakup from a serious relationship, and I wasn't there. But I mean, he was nice, he was cute, and I love me some Italian people. I think I'm part Italian. I'm gonna do my 23andMe, but I wasn't there.
Eat a lot of pasta.
So a no for you. And what about you, Cole? What about you?
Well, I want a black man. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I do, even though they get on my fucking nerves right now. I do. And the whole
what if he mixed like Drake?
I mean, predominantly, I like black men. But I'm not going to turn down another race.
Nobody want nobody. I don't like
nobody want Drake. I don't want nobody to even remind me of Drake. You live
that kind of gets
no.
Jesus might play a cruel trick on me. He gonna play a cruel trick on me because I.
Okay, what if he? I'm sorry, I can't even say. What if he mixed like J. Cole? Like I don't know, like too many.
My thing is, I get it. I would take a Cole mixed people like down the line, but at the end of the day, I want me a chocolate man. It's not like it's gonna do anything because I can't have no more kids, and if I could, I wouldn't be having them. But at the end of the day, it's just something about I just want that. That is what I've had in my head my whole life, and I know God probably gonna be a jokester that he want to be and send me a light skinned motherfucker that I don't want.
He might.
I don't like light
skin.
It's
funny.
Yeah,
look, but my mama said the same thing. You seen my daddy.
I mean, if you don't like
no, I'm just saying. My mama said the exact same thing. She was like, no, and she has been very honest about that. She was like, no, I ain't. I was like, And now they are on a cruise celebrating however many years of marriage, 41 years of marriage.
I love it. All right, so we're gonna have to wrap this up, ladies. It's been beautiful. It's been absolutely beautiful. I have thoroughly enjoyed talking with y'all tonight. So let's do last thoughts. Last call for your thoughts on tonight. I'm gonna start with Cole. She been quiet as hell tonight.
Yeah, come on, let me talk, motherfuckers. Don't say everybody cut me the fuck off.
Come on, best friend, take us home. Give us your last thought.
So my whole thing is what I want. Wrap it up. Any dude come up to me talk about I can do anything for you. What I want to do is make love to my husband. So until that happens, fuck y'all. Okay.
Alrighty then. So if you ain't down with the wedding thing, she don't want to talk to you. Okay, all right. Thanks, Myron. Thanks for coming
Thank you,
in.
Myron. God bless
We gonna
Yes,
get you a Tinder
Vegas,
profile.
I'm
right?
glad you joined.
That's the one in Vegas.
yes. Talk to us. Give us your last thoughts.
Wait, is Myron in Vegas?
He is. That's one
Yes.
of my classmates. He's in Vegas.
Are y'all? You got somewhere for us to come? I want to go to Vegas. Like invite people.
Myron, message
God.
me. We want to come to Vegas.
What
He's in the
Myron look
military
like?
too.
That might be the
He's
perfect match
handsome.
for her.
He
Get
is
her
dark.
butt
Oh,
already.
In August. We trying to go in August. That's her birthday.
all right. So Myron, message me. Let's see if we can make a love connection between you and
See,
Cole over here.
see.
Y'all
He's single. He don't have no kids, and he never
Okay,
been
before
married.
he talks to Cole, he gotta talk to best friend first. Because if he don't
Wait, hold on.
pass best friend test, he's not.
Oh.
No. Mm-mm.
Oh no, Myron is. He been in the. I vouch for Myron.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
You can't be talking.
Mm-mm.
Listen, no, Myron.
Mm-mm.
You're not gonna do my Myron like that. You're not gonna do my friend like that.
Myron
No.
don't get no pass. Myron got to go
Myron.
through the test. Okay, Myron got to pass best friend because if he
Right,
don't pass
look.
best friend, he ain't getting the code.
They say you don't know. He said you
Message
don't know.
me.
You can date
Message
my
me,
brother.
Myron. We gonna talk. Message me. I got you.
Myron put your business out there. Myron said you used to date his brother.
Myron got to go through best friend first. So
It's
before
fine. It's
you talk to
cool.
Cole,
Cool.
because if I don't like what I'm hearing, she ain't never gonna know. Don't even worry
Well,
about it.
baby, look, he's 100%. I vouch for Myron.
I just want to go
What's
to
up,
Vegas
dog? Yeah.
and get fucked up.
That was good, Very. Thanks, D. Come on, Jazz. Give us your last thoughts. We can get up out of here.
I don't know. Y'all know I'm half asleep. What?
Say goodnight to the people, Jazz.
Say night night.
Y'all are wonderful, beautiful Black women. I am so thankful to be in y'all presence tonight. Even Courtney got that old booted up face. Yeah.
She said we were cutting her off. I ain't know it. We sorry, baby. We love you.
Cause she been all booted up. I know she mad. You got stay mad. That's right.
There we go. You my cousin.
We're gonna talk about it when we go off camera. We're gonna talk about it.
Okay, come on, Cheryl, take us home.
I'm with all of y'all. I love y'all. Thank you so much for participating, everybody, for your comments, for your likes, for your shares. It's on Woe to tell y'all when the next episode is, but I am with Courtney. I am on that energy. Unless you're trying to wife me, don't talk to me. Period.
I love it. I love it. All right, so it has been a blast. For all of our people that joined us in the comments for the discussions, thank you. Shout out to our fearless leader, Woe, for putting this together. Shout out to Didi, who had to leave. All the ladies that are still here. I am Elaine Dillon, your host, and we out. Ladies' Night, Part 2. Thank you.